From the Cardinal Television Studios, I'm Justin Gould with Fisher News Brief. The third and final presidential debate of election 2016 is now in the history books. Republican Donald Trump and Democrat Hillary Clinton faced off in Las Vegas Wednesday night. Poll watchers say Clinton won the debate, but what everyone's talking about is Trump's comments on whether he'll accept the election results. Diana Gallagher is there at University of Nevada, Las Vegas.
Wait. Secretary Clinton, it's an open discussion.
Wednesday's debate showdown was every bit as combative as the previous matchups. Moderator Chris Wallace worked to focus on policy, but the candidates often attacked and talked over each other.
He always is looking for some
Chris, we don't gain anything.
He has all the
Iran is taking over Iraq.
Secretary Clinton.
The night's big headline came when Trump refused to promise that he would concede if he loses on November 8th.
Do you make the same commitment that you will absolutely, sir, that you will absolutely accept the result of this election?
I will look at it at the time. I'm not looking at anything now. I'll look at it at the time.
Now, some Trump supporters defended his position.
He didn't say that he wouldn't accept the outcome. He said, I will let you know at the time.
Others, though, blasted the candidate. Conservative commentator Laura Ingraham tweeted, quote, he should have said he would accept the results of the election. A presidential historian explained why many people find the remarks disturbing.
Casting aspersions on our entire free and fair elections. That's one of our great exports around the world. And for a lot of us, we might say that's just the Donald, but for around the world, it looks like a breakdown of our democratic process.
In Las Vegas, I'm Diane Gallagher.
A CNN ORC poll found that 52% of debate watchers thought Clinton won, while 39% gave the night to Trump. The debate did pretty well in terms of viewership. Early numbers indicate more than 70 million people tuned in. Fewer people watched the second debate, but more people watched the first. And more than 2,000 Seattle teachers wore Black Lives Matter t-shirts to school this week in an effort to teach students about inclusion and diversity. Rob Munoz talked with the group's organizer, who said they aren't letting controversy get in the way.
I dropped my son off at his elementary school this morning. The principal, all the teachers wearing Black Lives Matter shirts, the kids high-fiving each other.
Jesse Hagopian says the movement today encouraging Seattle teachers today to wear Black Lives Matter shirts is the culmination of work they've done to try and close opportunity gaps for students of color and encourage unity. The Garfield High School teacher wore his, stating, "We stand together."
Students are going to be asking different questions, and there'll be different lessons scaffolded in different ways, age-appropriate lessons to engage our students at all levels.
It comes just 1 month after bomb threats threatened to cancel a similar event at John Muir Elementary. Hagopian told me more than 2,000 shirts for teachers were sold, more than enough for a third of 5,000 teachers in Seattle Public Schools. Teachers not only wore shirts, but will be teaching lessons about the movement, even at schools like Leschi Elementary, where we saw teachers wearing shirts as well.
Using books like Dr. Seuss's Sneetches to look at difference and the way people can be singled out and isolated based on those differences.
Seattle Public Schools told us they take no issue with the Seattle Education Association's vote to wear the shirts, but they are taking a stance against the teaching of political or religious values. They also garnered the support of the Parent-Teacher-Student Association for today's movement as well.
Haunted houses are supposed to be scary, but something truly unsettling was found at one in Wisconsin. Kendra Somer reports on the creepy discovery.
Right here after this hallway is when you enter into the catacombs.
Fear turns lifelike at Terror on the Fox's Halloween.
And then we have the full skeleton here. Upon closer look, we definitely realized those were not fake bones.
2 real human skeletons join Halloween goers as they walk through a room lined with fake skulls.
Well, when we pulled these caskets out of the storage, that's when we actually discovered that there were skeletons in there.
The 2 19th century coffins were donated years ago.
We don't really know the era of the casket. We're guessing it's maybe from the early 1900s, but we do know that the form is what's called a toe pincher.
And up until this season, the caskets have been tucked away in the haunted house storage until this year's remodel of the main haunt near Green Bay prompted Terror on the Fox staff to open up the vintage caskets for the first time.
Well, when we pulled these caskets out of the storage, that's when we actually discovered that there were skeletons in there. Yeah, I mean, they're definitely medical skeletons. One, the whole skeleton is totally intact.
Ooh, just frightening. Well, that's all of today's headlines. I'm Justin Gould for Fisher News Brief.